Hello, this is Mr. Tipton, and today we are back solving angle equations. We know a lot about angle relationships now. It's time to put the knowledge of those relationships into use to solve angle equations. Obviously here in example 1, we are looking to find the value of x so that we can figure out how much each angle is. Well, what do we know about the angles in front of us? Well, we've got this box down here that tells us they are right angles, which means that the two angles are complementary because they equal 90. A right angle is 90 degrees, and there are two angles that make up this 90 degrees, and they are 4x and x are the two angles. So 4x plus x equals 90. And we're just going to solve like we already know how to do. 4x plus 1x is 5x is equal to 90. And to get x by itself, we'll divide by 5. X is equal to 18. So if I wanted to know the measure of both of the angles, I know that this one, because it's just x, is 18 degrees. But for the other one, I have to do 4 times 18, which is 72 degrees. Actually, I'll write that one down here. 72 degrees. 72 and 18 gives us 90. All right, let's do another. It looks like we've got another pair of complementary angles. I know they're complementary because of that right angle. Right angle means 90 degrees. So these two angles have a sum of 90 degrees. One angle is 2x plus the other angle, which is x plus 24. Alright, I need to combine my like terms. I've got a 2x and a 1x, which is 3x, plus 24 is equal to 90. I'm going to save the term with the variable for last. So first I'm going to undo that positive 24 with a negative 24. And what you do to one side, you must do to the other side. 90 minus 24 is 66. And when I divide by 3, I get x is equal to 22. Well, let's go back and figure out how much each of the angles is. If I substitute the 22 in for x, this one is 44 degrees. And if I substitute here, 22 plus 24, I get 46 degrees. Now I realize the one that's 44 degrees is drawn bigger than the one that's 46 degrees. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about what things look like. Go by what you know mathematically is true. Let's do another. Example 3, these are not going to equal 90. There are no right angles in this picture. But what do we have? Well, we've got a line down here. A line is also a straight angle, which is 180 degrees. 180 degrees. So these are supplementary because when we add them together, they equal 180. 3y plus 10 is the first angle, plus the other angle is 2y minus 5. Okay, got some like terms to combine. I've got 3y's and 2y's. That's going to give me 5y. And I also have negative 10 and -5. Always remember to look at the sign on the left. -10, -5 is -15. Equals 180. Save the term with the variable for last. Add 15 to both sides. And we get 5y is equal to 195. Divide both sides by 5. And y is equal to 39. If we want to find the actual angle measures, we'll have to substitute 39 in for y. 3 times 39 minus 10. Let's see. 3 times 39 is 117. Minus 10 is 107. So this is 107 degrees. And this side, 2 times 39 minus 5. 2 times 39 is 78. Minus 5 is 73. So 73 degrees. Okay, so 107 plus 73 does give us 180 for those supplementary angles. Let's do another. Example 4. Oh, we've got a little different looking one here. We have an x, we've got 5x, and we have a w plus 9. Looks like there's two different things that we're going to need to solve for. No problem. Here's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to say that 5x is equal to 60. And the reason I'm doing that is because they are what kinds of angles? They share a vertex, but not a ray. They make opposite v's. They are vertical angles. And we know that vertical angles are congruent. Because vertical angles are congruent, we can say that 5x is equal to 60. Congruent is the geometry word for equal. They're the same thing. Once we set them equal, we can solve. And we find out that x is equal to 12. Which makes sense because 5 times 12 would give us 60. How about w? Again, we're talking about vertical angles. They share a vertex but not a ray. They make opposite v's. They are congruent. W plus 9 is equal to 120. So subtract 9 from both sides and we get w is equal to 111. That's not degrees, that's just what w is. 111 plus 9 gives us that 120 degrees. Okay, so remember, vertical angles are congruent. And did I do another example? I did. One more example with vertical angles. Number 5 here. We've got 2g. 2g is vertical with 155. Opposite v's. So we've got 2g is equal to 155. I'm going to divide both sides by 2. And I get g is equal to 77 and a half. 77 and a half. All right. And 25 degrees is vertical with h minus 7. So 25 is equal to h minus 7. Add 7 to both sides. And h is equal to 33. 33 minus 7 gets us that 25. No, it doesn't. 33. What did I do? Oh, right here. Sorry. 25 plus 7 is 32. Whoops. That's a little better. 32 minus 7 is 25. And then up here, 2 times 77.5 would get us the 155. Okay, so this is just using angle relationships to solve equations about different angle problems. If you have questions about any of them, write them down, and we will see you soon.